Hello there beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a bit different. It's a chit chat video. So I've got this beautiful and amazing couple here with me to talk about relationship, and they are married, so obviously it's going to be marriage stuff so that you guys can also learn from it all. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Delta.
Hi, I'm Anita Champo, and together we are Delani.
Okay, great, Delani. If you follow me on my social, you will know that I've been, mostly post about Delani 2019 because they had their wedding last year and I was part of the bridal team. So yeah, they are here on my channel to share their experience about their marriage life.
Oh yeah, actually I said I was going to give a disclaimer. So I just wanted to say that we're here to share our experiences.
Yeah.
We're not in any way, shape or form saying that we're marriage counselors or that we have the perfect marriage, but we aspire to be a model marriage. We aspire that our marriage will be a model marriage, but we're not saying we're marriage counselors. So please, this is just talking from experience.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I just want us to go straight to the point.
Come on,
go straight to the video because we don't want to waste much time because I know you guys are very busy. So the first question that I would like to know is that what is more fun, dating or marriage? And I believe that you guys dated for a while, before getting married. So
that's true.
Yeah, from 2014, and so yeah, we were friends before we got married, but we've been married for 1 year 2 months because today's the 17th of October. So yeah, 1 year 2 months.
Okay, so what would you say, like, what is more fun, your dating life and then marriage life? So what was really like fun?
You.
Oh, you get it.
Come on, Del. Come on.
Okay. The difference between dating and then when you get into the marriage is the fact that now it is not her, it is not me, it is us. Because those times you need to go on the date, you take her to your house, you come back to your house alone. But now we go on a date, we've come together, so it's like everything we do is together. But I think that when we are dating, there's so much fire, there's so much anticipation, there's so much energy. That energy is so amazing. But you see, like I said, you can bring the same energy in the marriage, you understand, but there are certain things you cannot bring it in. You have to leave it there because now you've graduated from being single to marriage. So that's the difference. So the difference is her, me alone, she's alone.
So which one is your favorite though?
I think that marriage is my favorite because the reason why I was dating is because I wanted to marry her.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
So when you marry, you become secure, like, wow, she's mine now. You understand what I mean? Now we are together. So that is the dream. You understand what I mean?
Okay, and since you guys got married, what has really changed?
What has changed?
Yeah.
Anita, what has changed?
What has really changed? Or is it the same?
I think it's definitely not the same. I think for me the main change would be obviously now we're living together. And like you said before, when we were dating, it was you see him, you go for a meal, you go home, he goes home. But now I think that's the biggest change. Obviously now you're seeing each other all the time, you're spending a lot more time together. I think that would be the biggest change.
All right. And also, nowadays the youth mostly concentrate on looks. So do you think that looks really matter? Like, I will start from Anita because like nowadays girls nowadays be like, oh, I want a thick tall man, I want a man with 6 packs, I want a man with this looks and all that. Do you really think that looks matter?
I think from my perspective, I don't think looks matter. That's my opinion.
Are you sure?
And I think many other ladies would also agree. I'm hoping they will. Looks definitely do matter to a certain extent, but it doesn't matter. It's not the main thing.
Okay.
I think that I mean, just like most ladies, every girl wants a tall, dark, handsome, tall guy. It's important. I remember somebody said, if I meet somebody and he's short, I won't even look at him twice.
Seriously?
You're not even part of the list.
I know somebody who said, I won't mention it. Like, if the guy is short, I'm not even going to look at him twice.
Oh wow.
I'm not looking at him
That's
twice.
discrimination.
Exactly. No, short guys' lives matter. If And I had that mindset as well. I wanted a guy who was tall. I also wanted a guy who was tall. But my husband is not tall, but
I'm not short either.
Mate, you're short.
Mate, I'm not short.
He's not short. He's not
Why
short.
lying to the guy?
Okay.
Oh, look at that
short.
Okay.
He's not tall.
Yeah.
You're either short or tall. You're not medium. There's nothing like
outrage. I'm joking.
But yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, I also had that mindset that I want a tall guy. He has to be tall. He definitely has to be tall. But then when I met him, he just changed my mind, and he just changed my perspective of
looks.
He has to be tall. Because I got to know him and I saw that, oh, this is good for me.
Yeah.
You see. So most ladies who are sat there and they're like, oh no, he has to be tall, you're probably missing out on something. Because if looks mattered to me, I would have looked at him and I would say, oh, he's short, so I'm not going to look at him twice, like somebody said. If I had seen him that day that I saw him and I'd be like, oh, the guy is short, just ignore. Cancelled. We probably wouldn't even be here. And so from my perspective, I don't think that looks matter.
Yeah.
And they should matter.
From ladies' point of view, I think like we need to mostly focus on what the person really is. If the person exactly, but if the person is going to, love you, and then treat you right, because most of these guys, they feel like they are thick, tall, they are handsome, and every lady is dying for, so they don't even treat women right. But if you get someone that gives you peace and everything, then I think that's what matters the most. But when you're dating, when you're too young, I think the couple goals, Instagram couple goals, it's mostly like other people's goals. But then when you get married, there are serious issues to solve. So you don't really go for looks. But looks sometimes matter. But I would hear from men point of view.
Okay, I would say that, like she said, it's not all about looks. But also, I would say that, first of all, what attracts a man is how you look. I'm talking from a man's perspective. I may be corrected, but you see, something has to attract you to get closer, to know what is inside. For example, they say that don't judge a book by its cover. You can look at somebody and say, wow, this person is not nice. This person is not my type. You understand me? But when you get closer to the person, you know that something good is in the person. But sometimes the thing is, don't remember that you're going to live with a person the rest of your life. So there's something that must attract you on the person first before you get closer to the person. You understand what I mean? Because you don't want to be in marriage and be like Jacob. You understand? You are married to Leah and then you are still chasing Rachel. It's like your eyes is on other ladies. You have to make sure that the person that you're going for, you are actually physically attracted to the person. It doesn't, sometimes, we are spiritual people. So the spirituality can beat you. You understand what I mean? But don't forget that when you're going to live with the person in your life, so are you physically attracted to the person? So the person's character, the person's behavior, the person's humility level, and everything is all together. It's not just looks. So I think that I'll go for a lady that I'm attracted to physically. You understand what I mean? For me, there's something particular about my wife that initially when we met as friends, it never occurred to me that because if we had started on that point, it wouldn't have worked. But it was later when I was ready to marry and I was praying to God that, God, is there somebody that you have in stock for me? And I got a signal. I look at the lady, I said, wow, there's an attraction. So then I shifted from being, and I seen her as a normal sister, to get to a point that I was seeing something in her that was attracting me. But when I got closer to my wife after that attraction, what actually attracted my wife to me is her intelligence. The Bible says that men look on the outward appearance. That doesn't mean that you go for a physical look. You understand what I mean? But what I see on you now is what you are wearing. I'm not seeing your heart. But what get me attracted to you is what you are wearing. It's the way you look first. Before you get closer to the person, then you're like, wow, this person, I thought, because people say that don't judge the book by its cover. You understand? Some book can get attracted to you, but when you open the book, it doesn't taste nice. But when you get attracted, get closer, they know what is inside the person, then you testify that wow, there's something good about the person. You understand? So don't just go for looks, but also go for something that you know that I can live with this.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
The qualities, the character, you know, the level of intelligence, the humility, and everything that is about the person will make you, you know, wow, the
more
person.
attracted. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And I believe you guys have answered like this question really, really well.
Okay.
So the next question is, did you guys face any sexual temptation?
Yeah, we definitely did face challenges in that aspect. It is difficult, especially when you've known each other for a long time, because like we say, we knew each other since 2014. So how long is that? 6 years.
6 years.
We've known each other for 6 years. We've been married for 1 year and 2 months. So more or less, like, we've known each other for 5 years before the marriage.
Yeah.
5 years before we got married.
Basically.
We were friends, like we say, before we started dating. But throughout that friendship, or developing that friendship, there's that attraction. You are attracted to that person. You know that, oh, you desire that person. You want that person. And then you're thinking about
like for
marriage.
Example, like for example, one day I came from the gym, and then you met me at Morrison's, and you look at my chest and say, wow, look at that.
You're crazy.
Look at the chest.
The chest was
That's a good one. Obviously, you have to overcome it at some point.
You answer it.
I think that, like you said, there are so many temptations, you know, when you're dating, especially like I said, when you're so much attracted to the person. Sometimes, you know, you take the person out, you spend, you know, times out there, and then you come back home to drop her in the house. She got off from the taxi or wherever, and then she just leave it. So I'm going back to my room. So at least not a kiss, or you know, like, you know, so it's a whole lot of things altogether. But what I would say is that don't date for too long. If you know that you're not ready, don't do it. Because if you date for too long, it's going to, you know, ignite your temptation. You're going to be tempted all the time. All the time. So there are so many temptations out there, especially it's not just sexual temptation. You understand what I mean? The temptation of this is the right person, this is not the right person, because at the point it can occur to you that, oh, am I even dating the right person? Because you can see other people, you can notice other girls. You understand? So you have to really make up your mind. It's something that is very important. If you know that you are not sure about the person, don't even go into it. You understand what I mean? Go into it, make sure that person is the right person, and then stick with the person. But don't be in a relationship and looking at elsewhere, talking to other people at the same time. Otherwise, it's a great temptation, but if you don't take care, it's going to mess the whole thing up for you. You understand what I mean? So it's not just sexual temptation, it's temptation of trying to change your mind about the person. You understand what I mean? And also, what else? Temptation. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe,
right. And I know that you guys are really having fun, you know, after you guys got married, you guys are having so much fun. And even during your anniversary, you guys had like a get together, and you guys had like alone time. It was really romantic and all that. So I just want to know, what makes marriage so fun for you guys?
Oh, I think definitely it's the two people. You need to, I think we always say this thing, that if nobody's coming from outside to make our marriage work, or nobody's coming from outside to make our marriage fun, we have to work it out between ourselves. And so I think, definitely it's up to the two of you, the two people who are married, to make your marriage work. Nobody's coming from anywhere to help.
And I think that like I said before, when you're dating, it's so much there's so much excitement in it, and then you are so much, you know, into it and all that. But many people, when they get married, they just drop that aspect and then just settle, they leave it. That is what makes marriage boring. You understand? That is something that I learned, that I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to pick up what I'm doing now into my marriage. So if you watch the things that I did there, I'm doing the same thing here.
You're still doing it.
So it's the same things. Don't just settle and say that I am married, so that is it. Don't forget that you're seeing the same woman every day. You're seeing the same man every day. You understand me? If you don't take care, you get familiar with the person, and then you will not even think of doing something exciting in the marriage.
True.
You understand what I mean? So you always have to create. You have to be very creative as well. Like I said, you have to be very creative, because you know that, oh, you did this last year, you did this last month. So what is something new I can do to make it fun again? So, like for example, when we go through the week, it's busy because she's working, I'm working. But when we come back from work, sometimes I come before her. Maybe the time that she comes, I'm lying down here praying. But when immediately she comes, I have to stop praying. I have to change the music, put a movie. She will sit down, then we are catching up.
Yeah.
Or what happened at work today? She said, oh, today I was handling this case, and then she's breaking the case down. She's telling me some of the fun, like, and she'll ask me, what happened at? I said, work was fun. Is it just fun? Tell me more about it. I said, was it busy? I said, it wasn't busy. Like, men don't talk much, but she should try to ask more questions. So we take that time to really catch up what happened within the day. We watch a movie after that, then maybe we go and prepare something to eat and stuff like that. And sometimes when she comes, oh, sit down, let me prepare something for you, I'll get something to eat. It doesn't, because I came first. It doesn't necessarily mean that because she's a woman, she's always had to do something. You understand? So you have to be creative, create something, and that's what we've learned to do.
So you think men should also step up nowadays? Not leave things to just the women.
There's this notion that, oh, she's a woman, she has to do this, she has to do that. Actually, when we came to this, I was like, every Saturday I'll clean the house.
That's really good.
You understand?
Men, take notes.
So we go for shopping together when she comes. When she's cooking, I'm cleaning the house. I'm not doing it because she's asking me to do it. But I took a decision that we are living together. There's no maid here, so I need to support her as a woman. You understand what I mean? So I do it all the time. And sometimes you can cook as well to surprise her. There are times that she's come from work and I've surprised her with the food. I've cooked something nice. Sometimes she's in bed.
What kind of meal do you prepare?
You can make salad, you can make chicken.
What have you prepared? Like,
what have I prepared to surprise? That's what I'm saying. You can make a nice salad.
I can't make my keto food.
No, I'm not. No,
So he makes
like salad, chicken, because I know that she eats.
That's what you want.
Because she's on keto, so she doesn't eat the carbs. But I eat the carbs. So sometimes just salad, you understand what I mean, chicken, and sometimes just breakfast eggs and something like that. Get some strawberries and then
that's really nice.
You understand? So that is what is making us. And then sometimes just date out. Or night out, we go out to watch a movie. It's been a while that we went because of the corona. But go out for a movie, just go out for So it's something that will make your marriage exciting. So that is what is keeping us going.
That's good. Also, I know that you guys had a big wedding. So my question is, do you regret, or would you rather have had like a small wedding?
Oh, definitely. We definitely have no regrets for having the wedding that we had. I think that people, what we would say is just do what you can afford to do.
Set a budget.
Set a budget. Like, well, they say set a budget, but anything can happen. But just do it to suit you, basically. I would say that make your wedding beautiful for yourself. Have a wedding that you can look at in 5 years, 5 years from when you had your wedding, and think, oh, my wedding day was beautiful. It was the happiest day of my life. It was amazing. I enjoyed it. But there's no point of you having a wedding that you wouldn't love, basically. Or like, because you see, people are giving pressure on social media. And like, Instagram, and then people are like having so many people while you're planning yours, you're seeing all of this, and then and I'm not saying that you should be pressurized into having a big, no, that's not what I'm trying to say, but make your wedding your own. Even if it's a small wedding, it can still be small and be intimate and still be nice for yourself. You don't necessarily have to have a big wedding, but the wedding has to be for you. People are on social media like parading their weddings and their pictures and everything, and then as women we see that, and then most women dream of their wedding day right from when they were young. And so you started planning when you were about 8 years.
Wow.
Because you're dreaming about
that.
I
never knew that. Wow.
Some women started planning their wedding when they were very, very young. They picture the dress. I started planning my wedding when I was very young. I knew exactly how I wanted my wedding to be.
Wow.
And obviously, as you grow, things change. But what I'm trying to say is, you need to do it to suit you, so that if you look up people's wedding on social media, you don't feel jealous and you don't feel like, oh, I wish my wedding was like that.
True.
Because the way I did my wedding, by the grace of God, I'm not going to look at anybody's wedding and be like, oh, I wish that I did that at my wedding. No, we did it. We did it for us. We did it for the way that we wanted our wedding to be. We did it for, I mean, like, we were excited about it and we were ready to make it the way that we wanted it to be. And they say, like I said before, have a budget, but you never know, you can blow the budget.
Sucking.
Okay, go for it.
Guys, don't blow the budget, because whenever there's hardship, they will come to you.
I know. And also, how do you guys manage your finances? Because since you guys got married, it's not just Anita, it's not just Delton, it's us.
Delani.
You said it yourself, it's Delani.
Yeah.
So how are you guys managing your finances since you guys are married?
Do you want to go with it?
Yeah, you go for it.
I think that this is one thing that we discussed, we talked about before we got married.
Okay.
Because there's this kind of thing in the air, like when you get married, this person is keeping the money, this person is doing this person is saying that, this person that. So like, you have to do what is good for you.
Okay.
But we thought that what is good for us is just to keep our finances together, be transparent about the money.
So joint account.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
She had an account, I have my account, we have a joint account, so the money is there, she see it, I see it. But whenever I'm taking, oh babe, we need to do this with it. Can you do this? Can you do that? So she sees, she knows it.
Okay.
And we've never had issues with money, never. By the grace of God, we've never had.
That's really good.
We've never had an argument about. If you're not transparent, that is what is going to bring about all these kind of confusions, all these kind of But when you are transparent, obviously there are things that I am doing that does not concern her. But at the same time, I have to know that our monies are together. So babe, I need to use this money to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that. But she, like I said, we've never had issues. So that is how we manage our finances.
Oh,
I think
good, then.
I just wanted to chip in with that. I think they say that one of the main reasons for divorce, one of the highest reasons for divorce is finances.
Yes, I was even gonna say that.
Marriage is I say marriage. Money is one of the main reasons why people divorce. And I think when I see a couple, before we got married, I was always asking questions. I always wanted to know, especially when it came to money. When I see a couple, before we got married, I would ask them, how do you manage, you and your wife, how do you manage your finances? I can think about 5 people that I have asked, 5 different couples that I have asked about money.
I've done the same as
because I wanted to know how people were doing it. Because we had the mind that we wanted to put our money together, but I also wanted to understand how other people are making it work. And honestly, putting your money together is one of the main ways that you guys are going to stick together. Because money is very important. We all have money. We all need money. We all want to, do things. Money is power, they say. Money is power. If you have money,
it can be an evil as well, regarding how you treat it.
True.
If you have money, you can do a whole lot of things. And so if you start hiding money from each other, it's more or less like you're cheating on each other. More or less.
You're not being transparent.
You're not being transparent. You're hiding money from each other. It's like you not being transparent. It can equate cheating. But people have to have emergency money. That's something that Auntie Yoda always said.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You definitely have to have your emergency money.
Obviously, especially a lady.
Has
to have always had. You have to have
emergency money on you. That you know that this money is not. It's not money that we've put together, but at least he knows that
you have that
in
money.
terms of emergency, he knows that he has that
so
money.
what you're trying to say is that you guys have a joint account, but you also have like a separate account that you put your emergency money in.
No,
is that
what I'm trying to say is
I think what she's trying to say is that, for example, like she's being paid and being paid. We put the money together, and then we have a joint account. So our savings goes to a joint account, save it. You understand what I mean? But at the same time, she has to have some money on her in that whenever there's emergency or whenever there's emergency in the house, we know that we are not going to touch that money there. But there's always a money that we can just put our hand on it. And for example, her as a lady, she has to have some money.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to call you, oh babe, I need money to do this, I need money to do that.
Yeah.
She's a wife. She has to be comfortable. She has to have that kind of, that money to say, oh, I can use my husband knows that I have this money, so I can use it to buy this. Not that I'm going to buy something, I need to come and have, oh babe, can I go and buy, it's not.
But I mean, there's been times like that where I will call him to transfer money, but then obviously me calling him to transfer money to me, we both know that that's our money. Do you get it? Yeah. So there's no shame or there's no, because I'm working, he's working. And so there are times that, when I'm going to the shop, I'm like, oh, I don't have enough, I'm short of, say, £30. Can you send me £30? He said he would do that. And then, basically, I think one of the most important things for when you're getting married is make sure you have your money together. Okay. Keeping your money together is very important.
And I think one of the things that we need to also learn, especially people that are about to get married, is that
advice.
Yeah, something like that. No, regarding the same thing. Like, you need to talk about it before you get into marriage, because this money, you should remember clearly that we've talked about it before we got married. So when we got in, it's not a problem to us. If you don't, if you don't talk about it and you enter the marriage, you realize that if she has different perception or different, and you also have something different, it's going to create. You understand what I mean? Because money can bring so many misunderstandings. You understand? So we talked about it. So when we entered marriage, it's like, oh, now let's talk about how we're going to, manage our finances. Like,
you already know what's going to happen.
You already know what you're going to do in the marriage. So when you enter, you just have to flow with it.
Because some people like are married and then maybe like the man will pay the bills and then the woman will buy the food and then I will pay the light bills, you will pay the rent, I will pay. I think it works for some. It works for some people. It depends
how it works for you.
It's working for some people.
I mean, everyone is different and everyone comes from different backgrounds.
You're not saying that it's wrong for you to do that, but this is what
you guys do.
It works for some people, but I wouldn't say it's ideal, because if you have money together, it's the best. It's the best, definitely. When all the bills come, they all come out of that account, and then we know that this is what's going to be left for the rest of the month.
But also, listen, the Bible says that two heads are better than one. So I also believe that when two monies come together, it's better than one person keeping his money and another person keeping his money. You understand what I mean? Because definitely one day one will short money and will come to the other person for money. I'm telling you, one day
we've had that. Sorry, I'm not cutting you off.
That's fine.
We've had that. For instance, when we first got married, I was not working.
So
he was the only person working. So what he was getting is what we started.
So just imagine that she's keeping her money and she's paying only the house bill, and then I'm keeping my money and I'm paying this, and now she's not working. How is she going to pay for it?
How are we going to survive?
You understand what I mean?
I think that's really good.
So I wasn't working, and then he was the only person taking care of the house. At that point we started sorting out the TV, started buying all of those things, and then basically with the food and everything, he was taking care of everything. And then the tables turned during the coronavirus.
I wasn't working.
He wasn't working. I was the one working.
And then you started supporting.
And then I was the one supporting the house.
I think marriage goes hand in hand. So you just have to support each other.
You know what? One person has to be in the front, the one person has to push at some point. And at some point you say you push it, and at some point you just have to go. So at some point one person will push. When you get tired, another person will come and push it. So that's how it is. Together you push each other and then you go.
But before I had different mindset about the joint account, because I was like, why would you do joint account? Because if in case you're spending more and you're not and you are spending less, there will be a disagreement or issues in the home. So don't you think that can also be a problem?
It can.
I've always said to Anita that money will never be issue for two of us. Remember, a woman will always spend more money than a man. If every man will have this understanding, there would not be any confusion about money in marriage.
That's men do spend more than the women do.
Okay, yeah, that's relative. You understand me? But I can see that my wife has to buy this, within a given month. I won't buy anything. but she has to buy this, she has to buy, which I understand because she's a woman.
I think if you understand something, there
It's
wouldn't be no issue. But if you do not have any understanding about something, then all the time there will be an argument.
Yeah, so that is why before you marry, you have to, you know, sit down, talk about many things all the time. My pastor always tell me, ask questions, talk about things, get to know, so that it will not be a surprise to you. You understand what I mean? So you have to ask questions, you have to talk about all these things. If you're not on the same page,
things wouldn't work.
Oh, it won't work.
But you know this thing that you're saying about somebody spending more than the other.
Yeah.
I was watching another YouTube couple and they were talking about how they do this. So what they do is when the month comes at the end of the month, when they all get, let's say 1,000, 5,000, and then they pay the bills. Let's just assume like £1,000. Then they give each other an allowance.
Okay.
Do you get it? Like maybe I'll give you £200 and then the husband will also take £200. So that's your allowance for the month. Do you get
so in case you don't spend, that's up to you.
So you'll be doing your own savings on the side.
I think that's really great.
That's good as well.
That's really great.
Yeah, we're not doing that yet. But I think it would be advisable. We should do that at some point. But even now, the money is just there. So if I need something, I can just use it. If you need
and you guys have got more years ahead to
do
stuff.
I think there's that understanding that if the money is there, I can use it. And then if he's there, he needs it, he can use it. But I think that's a good,
very good idea. I think I would rather do that.
So you don't spend more than me, or I don't spend more than you, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and even sometimes too, some of the couple, maybe the man or the woman, one of them receive more pay than the other. And if that happens, then obviously it will be a problem. So
no, it shouldn't be a problem.
Even if somebody earns more than the other, so long as the money is coming together,
gonna be like that.
Coming together,
it's always gonna be like
that. You get it? Your money is my money is your money. That's how it's supposed to be. So even if we're giving an allowance, we're not going to say that, oh, because you earned more, you should get.
Last question is, do you have any advice for any young couple out there, or people who are about to get married, or you know, anything at all?
I would say marriage is beautiful, and I would say definitely enjoy your dating stage and pray about your marriage, obviously, like we always say, but it's very, very important, and you need to be patient. And another thing that you need to understand is when you get married, it's totally different. You are now actually going to get to know the real person, and you are both coming from like different backgrounds to come and meet together and to make this thing work. And so you need to be very, very tolerant.
Oh my God.
So what would you say, Delton? Any advice?
Like I'd like to say that if you're a young guy out there and you're not married yet, don't fret. Don't be, you know, don't be in a hurry. All you have to do is just to pray and wait on God. You see, because all my friends were married. It was just me. The last time when I took the picture here, you remember that all my friends were married before me, but I was not afraid, or I was not frightened, because I knew that if my friend is married, definitely God is going to bless me. You understand me? So keep praying, keep believing God, but also make sure that the woman that you marry is a woman that you want. Because they say marriage, when you're going into the marriage, they'll give you the certificate from the beginning, because they know that you're not going to graduate. You understand what I mean? So make sure that you not be like Jacob, living with Leah, and then your eyes will be on Rachel somewhere else. So I believe that God has got a wife and a husband for everybody out there. So keep praying, keep believing, and know that your time will come. So that's what I would say.
Thank you guys so much for coming on my channel, and also sharing your experience. So this is
marriage is very beautiful.
Yes, I know.
It's so amazing.
It is,
beautiful.
yeah.
It's just beautiful.
That's
as well.
true. So yeah, this will be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please share. I know, subscribe to my channel and do share with your friends and family. And also, if you have any questions at all, you can comment down below and give it a thumbs up if you like it. And also you can do follow Delani on Instagram. I will put everything, their business page and their personal account, on in the description box below. And also do make sure you follow me on my Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.